So the first test between India and England had been started, and at the end of the second day, England is playing at 555 for 8, and they are still batting. Two more wickets to go. Right now at the crease, there are Dominic Bess and Jake Leach, and Dominic Bess is batting at 28 and Jake Leach is batting at 6. They are the spin duo of England. So coming to the first test, this thing is going to be very interesting from here on because the pitch is deteriorating, and it's 4 years after the last match which was played in 2016. A test is being played in Chennai, and this pitch has historically supported spin bowling from early on in the tests. So how this test is gonna go, it all depends upon how India respond to in the first inning. If India score closer to England, like margin of 50 or 80 or something like that, then there is a chance that in the second inning they can keep England at very low score and they can chase it down. Or most probably England are going to win because the chances of this test being draw is very low. But if England is going to win this match, there is only one thing, and not only match. If England is going to win a series in India, then one thing has to work perfectly, like how their spin bowlers are going to bowl in the match. In the last series which was played in India, Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali were two spinners, where Adil Rashid took 23 wickets in 5 matches at the average of 37, and Moeen Ali took 10 wickets in 5 matches at the average of 64. And in between the series, Jafar Ansari had been debuted. In the last test in Chennai, Liam Dawson were debuted, but they did not have a great debut. They took 2 wickets and 3 wickets respectively. But when you come to Dominic Bess and Jake Leach, the current test bowlers and spin bowlers who are playing in this match, they are proper test bowlers. Because if you look at Moeen Ali, he is more of a batsman than of a bowler, and later down the road he becomes more of a bowler because he was given that responsibility, and he was also chipping valuable run with the bats. If you look, he scored around 2700 runs at the average of around 29, and he took 181 wickets in the 60 test career. So it's impressive records for a player who was more of a batsman than a bowler. But in the recent series between India and Sri Lanka, which England won by 2-0, the Dominic Bess took 12 wickets in 2 tests at the average of 21, and Jack Leach took 10 wickets in 2 tests at the average of 35. And more than that, Dominic Bess is somebody who can chip away with handy runs, and same goes for Jack Leach. And Jack Leach heroic in that match where Ben Stokes single-handedly won the test against Australia has been very public, and so they both can bat. But when it comes to batting, Dominic Bess is a superior batter to Jack Leach. Now coming to the point, what has gone wrong for India is not too much. The thing is, in the last test, in usual test series which is played, Ravindra Jadeja always pairs with Ashwin, and Ravindra Jadeja offer more of a control than he offer variations, and Ashwin is more of a variation and control as well. And so they keep the run low, they put the pressure on batsmen from both ends, and they bowl long over, and they know each other games very well. But this time around, Ravindra Jadeja is injured and he is not playing this test, and two new bowlers have been debuted. Whereas Washington, this is the second test for Washington Sundar and second for Shahbaz Nadeem. So they don't have much experience and they have gone around 3.9 with the average of around 3.9, economy of around 3.8 and 3.8 both in 44 over. Shahbaz Nadeem has given 167 runs and Washington Sundar has given 98 runs. So that's where everything went wrong because they were not able to build the pressure too much, which put the pressure back on Bumrah, Sharma, Ishant Sharma and Ashwin. So they have to take the wickets because they know the other bowlers were leaking runs, and so England batted quite long. And the thing which is different right now this time is that they have good opening batsmen, because if you look at the last series which was played between India and England, England was going through opening trouble. They had tried several openers and none of them clicked. In the first test, Hashim Hamid was debuted, and in the third or fourth test, Keaton Jennings was debuted. But this time around, Dominic Sibley and Rory Burns, they both have been opening and they have been playing very effectively. And it has shown by the performance of Dominic Sibley, who tends to take batting time. He bats for longer period of time. He's a traditional test batsman. So it's all come up to now how India is going to respond to the first innings score set by England, and how Dominic Bess and Jake Leach are going to bowl. And most probably Moeen Ali will get a chance down the series as well. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.